What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a comparison video. In this one, we're gonna do our first ever Ultraman one. We're gonna have a couple of Shin Ultraman from the upcoming movie. Yes, the movie has been delayed. It was supposed to be out this month, and that's why we've been getting a lot of figures, but unfortunately, due I'm sure to the current world situation, the movie has been delayed. What we got here is the SHF versus the Mafex Shin Ultraman. Now, I chose to do these two because they are super articulated figures. And, there's other figures already on the market as well. We got the Bandai Movie Monster Series and the Bandai Ultra Action figure. And, this one is not that articulated. And this one, while it's more articulated, it's not super articulated. It's more like it's a little bit better than a basic, but I chose not to do this one because it just doesn't fit the criteria of like the super articulated. So it's not really a competition for these two, but if you want to get one of these two as your Shin Ultraman, nobody is going to blame you because both of them are really nice figures. And there's also this little guy. The Takara Tomy. This is just a nice little collectible, but it's metal. Hey. So these two. We got a third one coming out as well. We got the 3-0 coming out a little bit later this year. We will take a look at that one here as well. I've pre-ordered it, and we're probably gonna do a triple threat match, or maybe we're gonna do a whoever I liked better from this versus that one, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just do a general discussion of all the Ultraman figures at that point. I haven't decided quite yet. Triple threat is still my preferred way to go because, you know what? As much as I know what I like better right now, who knows how I'll feel in the coming months. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one will break. We don't know. Anywho, let's get into this. Something I tend not to discuss too much on these comparison videos are the boxes. And sometimes I think I have a little bit in the past with the SH Monster Arts versus the NECA stuff, I think. But I'm going to mention it here because the boxes are handy. Both of these are fairly new. SHF came out last month. Mafex came out this month. Honestly, like not even a month apart because SHF came out later in the month. And the SHF really had a nice box. I really like it a lot. I like the design here. It looks really good. I just thought it was cool, like the little window box. The Mafex has a oddly thick box. I do like it as well, though Mafex has never been that great with the box designs. It's plain, it's simple, it works. But in this case, I'm definitely going to give it to the SHF because I just like the design of the box. They did a nice job incorporating, his outfit really into the box. I think that's very cool. And this box is just extraordinarily big. And I just think it didn't need to be. Like, it really didn't need to be. Just a lot of wasted cardboard. And I'm really starting to get out of the bigger window boxes. SHF has got that right for sure. As far as accessories go, the SHF only came with 3 pairs of hands, which are not in this box right now. They're kind of on my desk still here. I just gotta gather them up and put them in there. But here, there you go. However, this came with 4 pairs of hands on that nice tree of hands, which I liked a lot. And it came with a stand, so Mafex wins there. For all you scale nuts out there, obviously the Mafex is bigger than the SHF. Now, your mileage is gonna vary on how you feel about that. SHFs run small, but here they are with one of the SHF kaiju, and here they are with one of the Ultra Act kaiju, which is really, not that much of a difference. But the Mafex does look really good with that one. He does look good with that one too. So in my estimation, I just feel like the SHFs are a tad undersized in general. But they do look okay. But this looks okay too. So I'm not going to take it further than that because I'm going to just keep it at super articulated kaiju there. But your mileage is going to vary. Mafex always runs a little bit bigger. You know, they are more... Okay, I'll bring in something else. The regular 1/12 scale figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the scale you're getting from Mafex. And they scale more with the Western scale of 1/12. So, you know, they're both fine in that, you know, in that realm of the... Why I always use realm? But as far as scale goes, they're both fine. It just depends on what you want to use it for. So, there you go. But how do they both pull off? Oh, his hand fell off. You know, the proportions of Shin Ultraman from what we've seen. The Mafex has a bit more muscle definition. He's a little thicker. I do think the SHF, from what I've seen, seems like it has, you know, better proportions, skinnier throughout. And I think that's right, but it's hard to say right now without seeing more footage of Shin Ultraman. We've barely seen anything. So, for now, and this is one of those things that might change in the future, I'm going to give the proportions to the SHF, though I do like what the Mafex feels like in those terms as well. It just, I think from the pictures, I feel like that one does it a little better. Articulation-wise, the Mafex wins, I'm going to tell you right now. Couple of reasons for me. You know, this butterfly joint is absolutely superb. He also has a bicep swivel. No bicep swivels on most of the SHFs. The butterfly joint here is okay. This one does have a thigh joint, but I'm not the happiest with the way they make their thigh joints here. Like, that just looks weird. Like, you're telling me, Bandai, you can't do better than that? You're telling me, like, companies like Marvel Legends, which just has nice, simple cut across, isn't better than this? It is better than this. So, that's a bit of a bummer. While that has die cut, and this does not, that just doesn't look that great. This guy also has a drop-down joint, which is nice. And look at the way even this butterfly joint is cut. It's just, it doesn't, like, the sculpt doesn't look bad any way you do it. Like, you know, all the joints do. They just look really fluid, really nice. So overall, articulation, Mafex wins hands down. So while I said the proportions are better for Shin Ultraman on the SHF, overall, I do like the sculpt better on the Mafex. It just looks nicer to me. I like this. You know, besides the things I said with the articulation, I like how this is sculpted into his waist instead of broken, like, up into, like, this piece here on there. And I don't know, I do like the little bit more definition on this guy, even if it's not accurate. It might be accurate. Again, I want to see more before I determine that. And that's why another one of these is going to go a long way into finding the true winner. But I like what I have here more as far as sculpt. And we're going to keep it here because, well, first let's do the head. They're both really good. They're both really, really nice. I think SHF has nicer eyes because I like the clear instead of the, you know, more opaque eyes here. But both head sculpts are really good. So, yeah, but I think this one's a little bit better. Paint-wise, I like the Mafex more. I've found almost no, like, barely any, like, mess-ups. Very, very slight, where I do have a few little mess-ups here. But it's not, it's negligible as well, to tell you the truth. But I think there's less. The paint is it's very, very similar. The silver here is a little bit darker. The base red plastic is a little darker here. So, you know, you're getting, I think you're getting a little bit more of a sharp look to the Mafex overall because it just pops more because of the combo of the darker silver with the lighter red instead of the reverse on this one. I think this one just looks better. Now the 3-0 from what I've seen just looks super silver, so we're gonna see how that works. But overall, I do think the paint is better on the Mafex, guys. I really do. I barely had anything bad to say. I know somebody had to like comment, oh, the paint is not in line on... What are you talking about, guys? I mean, get over it. Like, QC is gonna happen, dudes. There's barely anything to complain about in this figure. Barely anything. Like, I can't see anything with the naked eye. Stop looking at things with a microscope. If you really can't see it through your lens, it's not a big deal. I talk about this all the time. Boy, we're gonna have fun with that Tiga review, aren't we? We're gonna make a lot of enemies, I think. Well, guys, my verdict, I think, is pretty obvious at this point. If it's not, it's the Mafex, guys. The Mafex, to me, just looks way better. I just like it overall so much more, and they're like the same price point. Like, yeah, I just don't... I mean, unless you're just an SHF purist, like, get the Mafex. It's better overall. It looks good with any of the kaiju you're gonna put it up against. You know, I do think the SHF Ultraman are a little bit undersized, and I just like the scale more of the Mafex. And this is a great Mafex. I said it in my review. I think this is one of the best Mafex figures I've actually reviewed on this channel. Go back and check out my Mafex reviews. This is probably getting the highest marks I've ever given one of their figures. I've always had some problems with it. I have no problems with this figure, guys. It's fantastic. The SHF is a good figure, too. I do like it a lot. And I've enjoyed playing around with it since I've had it. But now that I have the Mafex, yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself playing around with it as much as I do with the Mafex. It's just a really nice figure. And there you go. That's my review. Well, it's not my review. That's my comparison video. Do check out my full review of both of these to get my, reactions on them in full. But my, as far as the versus goes, the Mafex wins. We'll see when the 3-0 comes out how I feel about the three of them together. Till next time, peace out, peeps.